it is Wendy Ivy Martinez. I am a geek, and today we're going to be talking about the Book of the Month September book picks. It's already September. That was fast. We're going to be talking about the good ones, or my opinion, I guess, on them, the synopsis, and whether you should grab the books this month or skip. So let's go ahead and get started. A book on the list is a legal thriller, and it is called The Intern by Michelle Campbell. Now, this one is about a girl who is an intern for this judge. Unfortunately, even though she lands this dream internship that she always wanted, the person that the judge is having to judge happens to be none other than our main character's brother. And then all of a sudden her brother goes missing after accusing the judge of some very bad things, and slowly our main character begins to look into the judge's history and also the judge's dark past, and she starts suspecting that the judge isn't that fair and she might have committed a few crimes, including murder. So there is that. Their lives get entangled, and that one seems very fascinating to me. However, anything to do with courtrooms does give me very bad anxiety. I can't do anything with courtrooms just because it gives me anxiety. So that one is going to be a skip for me, but if you are into legal thrillers, this might be something that you really enjoy. The next one is called Evil Eye by Etaf Rum, and this is a contemporary fiction. This cover is stunning. It's so beautiful, and this is about our main character has a family from a Palestinian family, I believe it's pronounced. Yes. And she goes to college and she's raising her kids, and she has a loving husband, and she basically seems to have the life that pretty much anyone would want. Her life is much better than her mother's. And after chaperoning a trip to Europe for her children, she realizes that she wants more to life than what she already has. And then she begins to feel spoiled for wanting more when she already has so much. And eventually this lands her into getting into a conflict with this other coworker of hers who says some really messed up racial things. And she ends up getting suspended from work and having to issue an apology to this person. And her mother tells her the reason why she feels like this and the reason why she's going through the things that she is because there is a family curse. However, our main character doesn't believe in all that. This book, I heard, is a tearjerker. It is emotional. It is having to live out trauma, but it is an emotional read. So if you're looking for an emotional read, this might be a good one for you. This is one that does seem very interesting to me. However, I am currently not in the mood for contemporary fiction too much, so I'm going to skip this one. However, I am going to add it to my wish list, and I might be purchasing it in the future. The next book is called You Again, and it is you might guess it, a romance! And this is by an author named Kate Goldbeck, and this is about two characters. I believe their name is Josh and Ari? Yes, so Josh and Ari. So Josh and Ari are extremely two different people, and as soon as they meet each other, they hate each other. Josh, you have picture perfect Josh who wants who has his life planned out, and he wants to settle down, find the right woman, and cook her meals because he has his whole life planned out. Sounds a lot like my fiance, who's also named Josh. And then Ari is the complete opposite. The main character, Ari, she's the complete opposite of Josh. Her life is chaotic. She likes to be spontaneous. She is not ready to settle down. She is in bed after bed after bed. Anyways, these two characters, like I said, complete opposites, do not get along. They do have one thing in common though, and it's that they're sleeping with the same woman. And after a breakup happens and they're both heartbroken, they end up finally getting together, and they find that they are actually good friends. So they're literally just sincerely friends. They get along, they have Netflix nights, they help each other with their dating profiles, and everything is awesome, and they find that they make really good friends. Until one night, a slip-up happens, and they realize that they might not be able to keep this friendship platonic. So there's that one. That one seems really interesting because I instantly already love these characters. The grumpy sunshine dynamic is really cute, and it seems like a really beautiful story. Obviously it seems very predictable, like most romances are pretty predictable. It does seem beautiful though. It does seem really cute. So this is a maybe for me, but if you're into romances and you're into the grumpy sunshine dynamic, it seems like that's the vibe that we get here. The next book is a thriller, and it is called The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin, and this is a debut. This is about a woman who buys a haunted house, and she is going through this divorce, and as she is working on this haunted house and rebuilding it, she finds a lot of comfort in it. She finds that it helps her get through the hard parts of her life. Rebuilding this house, it's basically a brand new start for her. Until the people that she hires to help build up the house and redo it start to say that they can't handle it anymore. There's something going on, there's something weird happening, and they start freaking out. And she eventually cannot ignore the footsteps that she hears up at night and her bloodstained floor. And eventually she begins to start getting random notes, and it looks like someone or something might want to kill her, and she doesn't know if it's her husband, some neighbor, or the house itself. So this one seems really, really good. You guys know that I have been on a horror kick. I've really fallen in love with the horror genre ever since reading Junji Ito's books. I believe last year I was like, yes, this is it for me. So this one is going to be my book of the month pick for this month, because there's no way that I can skip this one. It just seems so good. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have The River We Remember, which is a historical fiction. And this one is by William Kent Kruger. So this one takes place on Memorial Day in a town called Jewel, Minnesota. And on this lovely day, a very rich man that owns a lot of land in the town ends up floating in the river nearby, and it looks like someone killed him. Now our main character, who is a sheriff, he is lead of the investigation, and he's supposed to find out who exactly killed this man. And the number one suspect is this Native American World War II veteran who came home with like a Japanese wife. People are suspecting him of killing this famous rich man. However, the more that this sheriff starts to get into all that, it looks like he has a very dark past. The suspect has a very dark past, and we just learn about dark pasts. It seems like a very heavy one with a lot of dark pasts in it. And yeah, so there's that one. I personally am not a fan of historical fiction, but if you are into historical fiction and that seems fascinating to you, it seems like a historical fiction slash thriller-esque sort of vibe. If you're into that, that might be something that you may like. Let me let you know which ones I'm going to be getting. So for my book of the month, you guys already know, I'm going to choose The Stranger Upstairs. And then for the 2 add-ons, I grabbed 2. You can get up to 5 add-ons. I got Flicker in the Dark and The Whispers. Anyways, you guys, that is it. Let me know down below which book you are picking for your book of the month. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by book of the month, but I will have my thing down below to refer, because I think I get like a free book or something if I refer someone. So I'll just have that down below. Anyways, that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to be notified. Make sure to like this video because it really helps me out. And I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!